3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, guys, we are live. Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Today we're doing a PlayStation 1, a PSX MiSTerFPGA live stream, because this core is just, well, it's absolutely awesome. And Robert Peip, the main developer of this core, he's gone to lengths to make it as great as it is. But what's really nice to see as well, other developers in the community, and in this case, in this case, we're talking about Zakk. Zakk is like the, I wouldn't say the wonder kid. He seems very, very young. He may not be young, but he's like the wonder kid, always like improving stuff, always working on stuff. And this time, he's done something to the PlayStation core, and in particular, if we have a look here and go into the video options, you can see here deinterlacing weave. This is the new option that's in there. We'll mess about with some of the options, but for now I've kind of left it as vanilla as I can, I think. But if we have a look at the core is called PSX Weave. Now if you want to get this core up and running for yourself, I've got links in the description. You need to be a member of the MiSTerFPGA Discord, because that's where I got it from. So if you're not already a member of that server, well, join that server. Once you join that server, there's a link in there that will take you to the MiSTer PlayStation Core channel, and it will take you directly to where this core has been posted. Now there may be other ways of getting it. That's where I got this core from. And I've got to give a shout out to two of my buddies, Terminator 2K2 and Big Al, because they were kind of talking about it, and I was like, oh wow, dude, thanks for that. I kind of missed that. It's hard keeping up with everything. I've had like a busy month, and in that busy month, I've not kept up with everything, especially when stuff happens on Discord. It's kind of like you're there when it happens, you find out about it. If it's not posted in like unstable nightlies or test builds, and it's just conversation within a particular channel, it's always nice when you know, someone gives me a heads up or pings me. So I always say it, please ping me guys if something interesting is happening. So another thing here from Big Al, which I thought was really, really good. I'm going to bring this list up on screen. So I was like, Al, are there any games that specifically benefit from this? So what this version of the core does is it makes 480i games look a lot better, and that's really, really cool. So that on screen now is a list of games. I don't know if that's all the games, but that's certainly a list of some of the games that are 480i on, well, as it says there, list of PlayStation 1 games that natively run in 480i. And down the list there, we're seeing Tekken 3, and that's why I began with Tekken 3. So PlayStation, an absolutely fantastic console. I mean, I remember when it came out, I remember they had it in clubs here in the UK, a club called Ministry of Sound. It was kind of known for having for having the consoles there. Wipeout was a big game, and this was mind-blowing. Like PlayStation, that era of gaming is where we went from 2D games to 3D games. So really fantastic. Just running some GIFs there on the top right that I googled up, because hey, I've got to make use of my Stream Deck, and I think that one looks really nice. So let's give Tekken 3 a quick blast. I'm not really a major Tekken guy or anything, but hey, you know what, I dabble. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then hey, you know what, a subscription and a like, as in turning on those notification bells, really does help. Like I say, don't be a bellend, turn on those bells. Spitfire RAF 100, good to have you here, buddy. Alan D Wicked, I like the core. It's on your Discord as well. Nice one, thank you very much, appreciate that. Right, so let's give Tekken a, as they say, a wee bit of a blast. And let's just go arcade mode and do this. So, funny story about Tekken 1 and 2. I had the PlayStation, but memory cards were expensive. The memory cards were like the price of a game, if not more than the price of a game. So, I remember in particular Tekken 2, unlocking all the characters and not having that damn, what was it, the PlayStation memory card. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but what a memory card. And yeah, so those memory cards, what was her move? Yeah, so and just unlocking all the characters, and then eventually having to turn that PlayStation off. But right, let's have a quick look. Let's give it a pause, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the video and audio option menus, and I kind of feel this hack makes it look better. Let me know what you think. Maybe have a look at like Nina and parts of Nina that you can see. And one thing I like about this core, guys, is you can change stuff on the fly. Like, you know, you think, oh, I want to change it. Well, you can just change it. So let's press the button there, and is that the correct aspect ratio? I mean, that kind of looks like 4:3 to me. I've got like my screen filter set to 4:3 and it kind of fills up the screen. Or is this the correct aspect ratio? I kind of like that one because the characters do look a bit taller, but maybe this is the correct one. So I'm going to leave that off for now. We've got render 24-bit. Now, if I turn that on, does that give it a visual improvement that at least we can notice? No, if it is, it's very discreet. But before I unpause it, let's have a look at a lot of the options that we've got here. And this core is very feature rich. I mean, Robert Peip worked on it. It was went to update all a while ago, and since then there's hacks. Now there's hacks as well. That's just horrible. I would never use that. It's nice to have the option there, but no, can't use that. You can't play like that. Do you remember when we first went from 4:3 TVs to 16:9 TVs, and you'd go around your friend's house and he'd be playing Street Fighter in 16:9 because he wanted to fill the real estate? I had a lot of arguments about that. It was like, no, play it in its normal aspect ratio. Yo, HF, how are you doing, man? Good evening from Mexico, my guy. Wicked, awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna go and leave that on off. Texture filter, again, not quite sure what looks better or there. I'm going to kind of leave that off. If you've got selections or if you've got options that you like using and you think that makes stuff look better, then give me a shout. So let's give this a quick round. I can't remember a move I used to do. It was like a bottom corner or something, was it? Oh, here we go. It was that one. That kind of... Let's see if that connects. No, it's a tricky one. Haha, I thought I nearly got him. Okay, come on. Looks really cool. I remember discovering that move and it was always fun to get that move out on someone. Man, like at one point I used to think, you know, this 3D hasn't aged that well, but I've kind of changed my mind now. I think it does look nice and it has a good retro look to it. Definitely. Oh, come on, nearly. I just want to get that one move off. Come on. Haha, look at that one hit, baby. Okay, let's run a game. Do let me know if you've got any requests down there. Yo, we got Anime Otaku in the house. Good evening to you, my bro. There's a really good game there that I saw, Strider 2. This game is mind-blowing, guys. Apparently, it was in the arcade as well. It's not something I've played in the arcade. Yeah, it's not something I've played in the arcade, but it definitely looks very interesting. If you haven't tried this out, it's well worth trying out. It's one of the games. It's one of the great 2D games out there for this great system. And I can't remember if there's a faster loading option in here as well. Can't fully remember. But yeah, is there? Let me see if there's a way. Oh, there's cheats as well. I'm going to turn cheats off. But wow, okay. Yeah, I've not really messed around with the cheats on here before. But wow, look, the cheats are just baked in, so we can use them. So let's have a look. Save the memory card. Just want to see if we've got an option to speed. Okay. Miscellaneous. Oh, fast boot. Let's do fast boot. That hopefully will make everything load quicker. Okay. That's cool. Right, so let's save those settings because I feel like we should leave fast boot on, right? We won't have to see all the loading screens and whatnot. So let's press start over here. And let's give this a little whirl. And what's really interesting here for anyone that doesn't know, in Japan, like to go forward in the menu was the circle button, and in Europe and USA, it was the cross button or the X button, whatever you want to call it, cross. I think it's called cross. So Metal Gear Solid 2, when I had a video game shop, I had so many returns where people said the game wouldn't work, it would just be stuck on the title screen because they would press cross and it wouldn't go forward. So Metal Gear Solid was one of those games that, at least the UK release, and I'm pretty sure it would have been the same thing for the USA as well, it was circle to go forward in the menus. Honestly, that caused a lot of confusion. It's amazing to think a lot of people would redeem the game not working rather than just pressing another button on there. Wow, look how darn good this looks, man. I mean, it's nice. It's really nice. Also, big shout out to the kind of the Strider game that probably came out about a decade ago now, but I still consider it a recent game, and that was a little bit of a Metroidvania game, man. Look, he's got the slide. It's just nice. It's using those 3D parts, but it is essentially a 2D game. Nice. Okay, he's got a special there. I'm not very familiar with this game beyond the fact that I just think it's really, really cool. It's something that I like playing on emulation. As far as emulation goes, I'm just actually burning like a 512. I can't remember what it is. CoinOps. What's it called? CoinOps Deluxe set or something. It's done like by the Arcade Punks, and I was like, I always like modify my own stuff that I have for emulation. But I was like, let me go for a self-made pack. Obviously, I can't link anything to you, but that should be interesting. It's actually burning as I'm doing this stream, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, grabbed like a new kind of arcade pack. I was going to do a live stream of that actually today, but then I thought, no, I want to do myself this. Oops, sorry, I was kind of looking at some stuff there. Wow, I mean, look how darn good that looks, man. Ooh. Okay, right, we're doing all right, guys. Honestly, really, really worth checking out this game, and it really, really is fantastic, man. See, it's crazy, right? At the era the PlayStation was out, we all wanted to play 3D games, right? And now when I do it now in my 40s, right? I want to see what 2D games it had, because honestly, when this game came out, I would have been, nah, man, I want 3D stuff. I don't want to have a look at it. And now I'm more interested in like the 2D stuff. Does that give me that longer kind of weapon? But look how, honestly, I feel like this game's really, really good. And see, that's why I'm so looking forward to a MiSTer handheld, because I can play games like this on the go, like in bed. Like one of the most, there's a much more interesting and much more enjoyable thing you can do in bed, but it involves another person. But when you're in bed by yourself, you're not in bed with another person, then the next most enjoyable thing you can do is playing a handheld. And I feel like the MiSTer handheld it'll smash it. So I know there's like hobby projects out as well, but I am really looking forward to Taki Uron's one. Yeah, really, really looking forward to that version of the MiSTer. And I really hope he does deliver that. I know he's been faced with some delays recently. Where do I go from here? Maybe it's time to swap the game over. Unless, okay, I'm going to swap this over because I'm going to be walking around in circles. And ooh, where's that? I must have it. This one here. This is one of the worst brawlers ever made. Oh, okay. Anime Otaku Bloody Raw 2, no problem. You know why? Because Bloody Raw 2 is actually on this list. Look at that. It's the third one down. So, yep, that one there. Die Hard Trilogy, is that on the list? Let's go down to D. No, it's not. But, yo, man, we can get that one going because Spitfire RAF, you're someone that's pretty much here on, like, every stream, man. Every time I stream, you're on there. So, I do appreciate that, my bro. Really, really do appreciate that. So, right, this game is terrible. So, being a Star Wars fan, being a fighting games fan in particular, like a Street Fighter fan, I don't want to get a copyright strike for like a copyright issue, not a strike, sorry, but an issue for like the soundtrack sound playing. But guys, this game, like not even its own mama can love this game. Honestly, it is terrible. And I'm playing this so you don't have to try it. It is just terrible. Right, we're going to go Boba Fett, the original Mandalorian. And this is just terrible. I know all the 40 IPS were... Oh, wow, okay, Anime Otaku. That's pretty amazing, man. Yo, Scolinio in the house. Guys, honestly, like, when this came out, it was like, this is a dream come true. Honestly, but it was more like a nightmare. It really, really is terrible. I can't remember doing certain specials in here. It was just terrible. Honestly, real terrible. I mean, it kind of feel like it looks a bit better now, but I just remember this, and I remember it being absolutely dreadful. And right, I'm gonna just mash my joystick and press the buttons, and I'm hoping that something comes out and Boba Fett does Han Solo, and I think he has. Okay, Knockout. Honestly, such a terrible game. Like, this is that disappointment. There must have been many kids out there at the time that liked Star Wars and were like, yes, your parents were like, you can have this game and you're not getting another game for your birthday or until like Christmas or whatever celebration they were celebrating, which was probably like 4 or 5 months away. And the kid was like, no, I know what I want Star Wars. And it was like, are you sure you want Star Wars? You know, are you sure you want it? Because this is the only game you're gonna get. And at that time, you know, that kid in the shop looking at it, their mouth probably went dry. They were like, this is what I want. And when they got home, they probably started crying. I mean, it is cool seeing that Atta in the background there. But wow, this game really sucks, man. So that kid out there, he probably got disturbed, probably lost friends because he tried to con a friend by swapping that for a game that was good. Come on, hun, get out of there, man. Oh, he got me. Right, I don't think I can do a third round of this. I think we are going to go bloody raw for Anime Otaku before we do the Die Hard game, Die Hard Trilogy. Okay, so let's go bloody raw. Bloody Raw 2. Guys, these games, really liked them. Like, never really played them, didn't really understand them, but yeah, just really thought the game was a complete and utter banger. Just absolutely love the game. Okay, I've got fast loading. I was hoping it was a little bit faster. Just a very cool brawler, kind of 3D. Scalenio, no doubt we're going to do Ridge Racer. I kind of had that on for the intro before I even had Tekken on. So yeah, we're going to do that. Right, let's quickly press a button before it picks up. But Bloody Raw was amazing, part 1 and part 2. It felt quite simple, but I'm sure at a higher level there's a lot more to it. Guys, can I also request, if you are enjoying this video, if you're not already subscribed, please press that like button. It really helps, and it helps the video get out there. Right, okay, so let's watch the intro, because this game just looks really good. So you've got like your beast forms. It almost makes me feel like if there was a fighting game out of Altered Beast, it would be something similar to this. Wicked. Oh, we got O.M.A.Hei-Long in the house. How are you doing, man? Sorry, O.M.A.Hei-Long. I got to pronounce that correct because he is a channel member and I have to give him even more respect. Absolutely awesome. Good to have you around, dude. So yeah, bloody raw, man. Right, let's give this a go. This really is a good game. So my brothers weren't so much into fighting games, and I felt like it was because whenever we played, I pretty much abused them. Yeah, so, you know, it's not fun when you're getting battered and you're not winning at all. So, wow, that just looks really good, man. The graphics there just look sharp. So, who are we gonna be? All right, ooh, okay, what animal? I like the timer here. Wolf, insect, leopard, mole, tiger, bat. Bat's kind of hot. Chameleon, half beast, rabbit. You know what, I'm gonna go tiger because Sagat's my guy. Tiger uppercut. Wicked. Yo, wicked man. Good to hear you are doing well. O.M.A.Hei-Long. Right, here we go. Wow, this looks really superb. I don't remember it looking this darn good on my PlayStation back in the day. Let's give it 1 second because I want to go into the videos menu. And let's put this hack on. Okay, let's leave that on for a bit, right? We can always turn it off after. If you don't think you like it, then let me know. Let's just see if... Okay, so yeah, it's not making a difference there. So it looks like this deinterlacing weave. Let's turn this. Okay, you can. I don't know how well it's coming across on YouTube, but for example, if you look at the characters, focus on them. When I press it, you can see a change there. I'm going to leave it on weave, but I think. Okay. I feel like that might look a little bit better. So let's run with that. If you think it looks off, tell me because I'm kind of uncertain at the moment. Right, so let's resume this. Oh, okay. Oh, I may have to turn that hack off. So let's turn this off and hopefully things are back to normal. And it looks like they are. Okay, well that answers it. So what we got, okay, that's the beast button. I don't really know, never learned how to play this game. This was just something else. So there's a grab button there as well. Was it a grab button? I thought it was a grab button. Yeah, it is a grab button. Again, really cool game, man. Oh, look at that. Really don't know any of the combos or anything in here. Oh, wow. You can juggle. Wow, not bad. Kind of done a 5-hit combo there. Okay, good stuff. J-Rose Game Boy mods in the house. Oh, Animatake, I just spotted that wolf. I think I picked wolf last time actually in this because, hey, wolves are cool, man. Used to read a comic called Lobo. Very, very good comic, man. Used to love that back in the day. A DC comic, fun comic. And it was really interesting to play one of the, what's that game with the superheroes? Injustice. And Lobo was in there, man. Fantastic. We got J-Rose Game Boy mods in the house. Guys, J-Ro is really, really awesome. He does some really, really good, well, Game Boy mods, but accessories for Game Boys in the Analog Pocket. I've featured them on the channel a few times. Really do like his work, man. Ooh, read the Law of One. Okay. Hello, how are you? Maverick Hunter in the house. Hello, folks. I just need you to check the difference between differing modes, normal 24-bit. You can use the title screen as Silent Hill. You know, okay, you know what? Like, let's do Die Hard, and then we're gonna do that. Maverick, you may need to remind me again. But if I jump to your one, what's gonna happen is I am then gonna forget what it is someone else asked for. And someone asked for Die Hard Trilogy, and I really do hope I've got that. I haven't got it here, but I have got 2 folders, and I hope I've got Die Hard in here. Have we got Die Hard? Oh no, I'm really sorry, dude. I don't have Die Hard Trilogy unless Die Hard Trilogy goes by another name. So really, really sorry about that, my bro. And right, let's go Silent Hill. Let's go Silent Hill. And right, so what was it there? So if you need to check the difference with differing, okay, cool. Hey folks, if you need to check the difference with differing modes, normal 24-bit, you could use the title screen. So that's really, really cool. So let's get to the title screen, and then we'll mess around with some of the differing. You will notice changes in the smoothness of the fog. Right, okay, let's get that. I don't want to press anything. I just want I want it to come to the title screen organically. Or do I need to press? Let me press a button actually. Here we go. Okay, really, really cool to check. So let's have a look here. So we're going to go into video options. Right, let's have a look here. So this is the weave. Okay, anyone noticing anything? Oh, there is a little bit. Okay, so with weave on, if you look at the bottom of the screen, the bottom left and the bottom right, at least to me, it's looking smoother on with weave on, right? With the weave option. Now, if I turn the weave option, it feels a little bit jerky-ish. You know, hopefully I'm not just imagining that. Let me go back and let me press the button again to get back to the title screen. And are we in video options? Oh, I think we are. Okay, so weave for AE. Okay. Okay, so that looks like it's kind of already there. We don't need rotate. Differing on, differing off. Ah, look at that. That is a big difference, isn't it? Look at that. That is with differing off. Wow. Okay, that is a massive difference, guys. I think the differing's been around for a while. The new thing in this was the weave option, but wow, seriously. I think even now, let's see. Okay, very easy to notice on the title screen. You can notice it here as well when I'm switching it on and off. But let's kind of go back out. But that really does look amazing. I want to have another look at that. That really, really does. Wow. Wow, dude, Maverick, seriously, some Maverick work there on. It's a world of a difference, man. It's a world of a difference. Differing on just looks superb. Right, okay, so 24-bit on. Wow, that's made it even smoother, right? Off. Ah, okay. So, right, with both of these off, it looks like that. Differing on. And does it look better with render 24-bit on or off? I'm kind of hard decided. Okay, so let's go. I think I'm going to leave it on. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to render 24-bit. Obviously, if we hit crashes or any issues, we'll change it accordingly. But wow, this is looking really, really good. Now I'm going to play this. This is a little bit of a slow burner, but there's a game. We'll just run like the title screen and whatnot on here. But I really feel like it's a great game that everyone should experience. And I really do hope that when they make the remakes of the Dino Crisis games, because recently Capcom kind of did something with the Dino Crisis trademark, and I'm really looking forward to the day we get a Dino Crisis remake. Now, I never really, I tried playing Dino Crisis 1, but from what I remember, I kind of got bored when I was playing it. But I really like Dino Crisis 2, and this is one game I still remember. I think I was doing like club work at the time. I bought it on a Friday. I came home, finished Friday, work Friday night or whatever. And then when I came home Saturday, I remember I was off and I completed it. It might have been a Sunday actually, but it felt like a Saturday. I completed this in one sitting. I just played it and I didn't turn my PlayStation off until I finished it. Now, some of the parts are a little bit difficult now because it has tank controls. Some are like the shooting bits or the set pieces. They feel a little bit different. The controls feel a little bit tough for that, right? Or you're used to kind of modern controls and stuff, but at the time we didn't have a standard for controls, so every time we were playing games we were learning a new control scheme, and we were used to so many different control schemes back in the day. I'm going to just start this because I really do like this game, and I'm looking forward to them remaking Dino Crisis, but I'm looking forward to them making Dino Crisis Part 2 more than one, because this is the one that I played. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to turn the mic off a second, just take a little sip of my drink.
In their pursuit of immediate results, they have failed to take the necessary precautions, and once again, an accident has occurred. This time, the entire research base, military...
Oh, that was nice. Ooh, EX Mosquito in the house. How are you doing, buddy? We used to play Street Fighter on the original Xbox a long time ago, man. And EX Mosquito, guys, this guy is serious. When I say he's very good at Street Fighter, I think I've seen like some of your YouTube videos as well, where I've seen you like 1cc games. Tell me something, EX Mosquito. I will answer your question. I'm going to read it. I just saw your name and got excited. You've 1cc'd Robocop Data East, the arcade game, right? I'm pretty sure I saw that on your channel. That's nuts because that game is difficult, man. EX Mosquito, hey, I was watching your freest core video. Did you used to play in the truck? Yeah, Raju and Rakurai, yeah. Hon Chunkis, absolutely, man. I used to play with all of them, yeah. I'm still in touch with Raju. Hon, I've not seen for a long time, right? Hon was the HY as well. Chunkis, I haven't seen him for a long time, man. I like Chunkis a lot, man. He was a funny guy, man. We used to get on and, yeah, crack a lot of jokes. I'm still in touch with Raju, Chef Rayhan, Hatim, Harmonaz. There's a bunch of the guys, Wax. So yeah, we do speak from time to time. There was a guy called Sean as well that was really good at Third Strike. In fact, I'd go as far as to say he was like the best Third Strike player. There's people I haven't seen for a long time, like Hon and Peaceman as well. I don't know, did you play there as well? Because I don't remember ever meeting you personally. I just remember playing you online and obviously knowing that you were a UK Street Fighter player. HF, no, MAME CHDs don't work on Mr. Cause. It's not exactly how it works. Yo, Cuckoo in the house, how are you doing, man? You can't skip the FMVs. Remember the days where you couldn't skip? Oh, you can. Okay, I had to press the select button. Right, let's kind of run on this game. Read a lot of one. Hi. Highlight. Okay. Again, just look here. I feel like the PlayStation core looks really good on the MiSTerFPGA with all the quality of life improvements Robert and most recently Zakk from the MiSTerFPGA Discord have added to the core, man. It's just such a great darn core, man. What a great system, seriously. PlayStation, great. Who needs a PlayStation 5, man? Boo, not interested, don't want it. Even my kids play like their Fortnite and stuff on a PC, which I'm really happy with. So yeah, looking good. Okay, let's skip this. Just realized I can press select to do it. And again, really cool. So guys, do you remember on the PSP, right, when you could run any PlayStation game as like, I think they were called like e-boots or something, right? And this was one of the first games I tried playing on there, but there's a part where it gets really difficult. It was hard to do on the PSP with the two buttons missing. It was like a sequence where you get lots and lots of dinosaurs after you, kind of like a part in Parasite Eve 2 as well, where I think you get lots and lots of dogs after you. I think this guy's got a card down here, has he? Again, just like the Resident Evil games, right, but with dinosaurs. But this was definitely very action focused, but it was superb. Remember that, the doors? Absolutely cool, man. What a game. What a game. Again, the tank controls. I think, yeah, they're going to jump down here. What do I do? Have I got a gun? I can't even remember how to fire. Look at that. I mean, it'd be cool if that dinosaur ran down and climbed that ladder. Oh, what have I done? Okay, that's the map button. R2 is map. Okay, let's go back. Oh, triangle exit. Oh, we go. Again, what a cool game. I can't remember if there was a quick turn. But yeah, I mean, guys, just imagine with today's graphics, right, in the RE engine. Now, the RE engine is very, very good for games like Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, where it's, you know, you're not in an open world. The RE engine in open world games like Monster Hunter Wilds and Dragon's Dogma has proven not to be that great. So I won't run too hardcore into this game, but honestly, like, love this game. Let's shoot this dinosaur. A game that I also completed on the PSP again was Resident Evil 3. I know people criticize that game, but I really enjoyed Resident Evil 3. I thought it was a good kind of take on it, a good change of pace. Like when Nemesis changes you, it was scary. As you can see, it's quite action focused because you've got a combo counter in here, which I completely forgot about. And I've got plenty of ammo, man. I've got like 87 bullets, man. So definitely not. It's definitely less of a survival game. I could probably dodge all those attacks if I was back in the day when I played it. But again, just looks great. I feel like when your character's zoomed out, it doesn't look as good. But when the zoom in, when you're a bigger sprite, it looks a little bit better. But again, really, really cool game. Maybe, okay, shoot this last one here. Say hello to my little friend. Right, let's run another game. Have we got anything in chat? Yeah, I did. You did do RoboCop. I forgot it all now, dude. That's skilled at EX Mosquito, man. That is skilled. Because I remember, like, I was searching to see can it actually be 1cc, right? Because man, I played it. It was one of the arcade games I played a lot, right? Okay, before, gonna load up Anna Kournikova's Smash Court Tennis because hey, this is something we had in Europe that you guys didn't have in the USA. I think it might have only been a European game if I'm not mistaken. But going back to that RoboCop, man, yeah, RoboCop. I was like, nah, can this be done? But man, the fact that you 1cc'd it, that's amazing. That's great skill there, EX Mosquito. And Casino, I'm from Newport, South Wales, so it's a bit of a trek for me. Yeah, that would be, man. Yeah, Chef. Oh, modded his Dreamcast stick with Samurai parts. He posted it down to me. Oh, wicked, man. Yeah, Chef's really, really cool, man. Really nice guy. So I went to his wedding. His wedding was a few years back now, man. Yeah, he's married. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I think he's got kids now as well, man. We're all old now, man. I mean, EX Mosquito, those were the days, right? You know, we were younger. No responsibility. I just remember I remember carrying just an arcade stick. I really liked the Soul Calibur 2 PlayStation 2 arcade stick. I had that somewhat modded. Really did like that stick. Just used to carry that in a bag with me, and it was a lot of gaming we used to do on the PlayStation 2 at the time. It was just great. Or you'd have like a converter with you. Absolutely amazing. Good times, man. But here we are. Now we're married. You know, family life, responsibilities. So anyone out there that's young, which is very unlikely on this channel, if you're a young guy out there, you know, before you get tied down with responsibilities, enjoy your time, man. Make the most of it, because there comes a time where you just all of that stuff has to take a back seat. Right, okay, let's run a quick game of this. I'm not going to be very good at this, but this is a good game. Yeah, this is a good game from Namco, and obviously Icarumba. I guess Icarumba is better to say than giggity, right? Okay, let's just go exhibition, singles. Oh, computer versus computer. Absolutely love it when they do that. So we do Anna and 2-player. Here we go. We'll pick that dude here. Let's go. I was trying to see if they had something in Wales for you, EX Mosquito, but not quite. But we'll go into Great Britain, which includes Wales as well. Right. Wicked. You know what, EX Mosquito, I've had to kind of touch. I've got like maybe 5 sticks now, man. I did get rid of some, but yeah, sticks on the whole, man. I just had too many. They take up so much space, and hopefully you guys have got like bigger houses and more space in Wales, because in London, man, we're tight on space, especially with 3 kids in the house. Like, yeah, I've had to reduce the amount of stuff that I can keep. So I tend not to keep too much around. I get offered quite a lot of stuff for the channel, and I'm like, look, honestly, like I'm good at the moment. So I tend to keep what I really will, what I will use. If I'm not going to use it and it's going to sit there, and I've still got a lot of stuff that I haven't used. I mean, like recently I've got an analogizer. I tested it. I need to do a video on that at some point as well, but I haven't used it. It's kind of sick. It's a very cool device actually for the Analog Pocket. Very easy to use. It just works, man. And you know, the developer on there, Random Monk 3, really good guy. Very dedicated, and is always working to bring more calls over and improve it. So for anyone out there with an Analog Pocket that wants you want to be able to use original controllers with it, you want the ability to have snack on the device, you want the ability to play it on, like I got it running on my PVM. It runs fantastic. So definitely consider the Analogizer. It's a very good device. Let's run some more games, guys. If anyone's got a suggestion out there, let's run. Okay, sorry, yeah, just let me know. Oh, Batman and Robin. I don't know if these Batman games are really good. Oh, Batman Forever. Well, that's interesting. Let's run with this, because I kind of featured this in the news video earlier, because the arcade version for the STV core, it couldn't, yeah, what is it? The kick button wasn't working. So that's working now. So that was amazing. Amazing that was working. So we've got that for the PlayStation as well. I didn't even know it was out, to be honest, even though I've got it there. So checking, yeah, you check those memory cards, man. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah, you've seen that, man. I've actually removed the PVM now because I upgraded my PC. So because Monster Hunter came out, and I haven't even played it that much, right? I wanted to upgrade, so I bought like a 4080 Super paired with a 9800 X3D. So I've got like dual monitors up there. I want to get like a 4K monitor, and I want to be able to get that PVM back on the screen as well. So that'll be interesting. Yo, here we go, man. Street Fighter players, arcade players reuniting, man. Reuniting here in the PCN stream. Absolutely superb. All the Neo Empire and the Shoryuken guys. If anyone remembers Shoryuken, man, Shoryuken was it was awesome. Shoryuken was really good. I remember playing online, going on a good games thread, often finding my name in a bad game threads as this guy's a scrub. He's a lag abuser, especially in Capcom versus SNK 2, because I used to use a groove where you could roll, and they used to call me rap because that stood for roll and throw, which people couldn't react to in lag. Apparently I could react to it, because all you had to do was either grab them out of it, or you could just start tapping shorts in order to start a combo. So let's have a look. I wonder, I don't know if the Sega Saturn version or the PlayStation version's better. I imagine because it's on the STV, the Sega Saturn version may have an edge. But either way, if you do want to play this, play the STV version, man. No downloads, no loading times that we are being faced with right now. So yeah, absolutely awesome, guys. Look at this, just love the way he kind of pops out of that Batmobile. Just looks really good. Look, the Batmobile looks exaggerated, right? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I've got my buttons kind of set up wrong. I'll have to check my buttons again in a second, because jump is L1, which doesn't sound right. But if I played the PlayStation core on like an arcade stick or a different controller, the buttons might be set up slightly different. I'm currently playing it on an 8-bit Dell controller, and I'm playing one with a PlayStation layout. You know, 4 face buttons, 4 shoulder buttons. Wow, again, just looks really good. Such a janky brawler, man. Look how many power-ups you get there. Just looks absolutely superb. And honestly, MiSTer's amazing. And I always say, if we don't get another call for the MiSTer, I don't care. I've got enough games on here to actually play and keep myself entertained for the rest of my life. Like, there's a mass amount of games on here. But, you know, I'm not saying I don't want other calls, man. I always want more calls. I'm looking forward to Rolling Thunder next week, man, from Hotego. Something I played more on the ST and did dabble a little bit in the arcade, and I will try and have you guys. So when I do one of those videos, I've noticed when I do arcade stories about the funny characters that were in there. Because the arcade era, the golden era, we had some funny stuff in the arcade. You know, we had like Yeah Buddy Pop in there. We had the guy that was always holding the Superman toy, who we called Superman, but he could never say Superman properly. He used to say Superman. Later on in my life, there was a guy called Dragon in the arcade, and you know, kind of like the guy was just mental. He used to say that he won like the Soul Calibur tournament at some event when he wasn't even there. The guy was just crazy guy, Dragon, and a lot of guys used to make fun of him. And it used to annoy me because I was older then. I think I was like my late 20s then, and I was like, leave the guy alone, man. Like don't mock him. He's clearly he's got nowhere to be, so he'll hang around like the arcades, which was often a safe place for people, especially when we got older. When we were younger, it was a little bit. Some of the arcades you could go to would be rough, and I've got some great stories about arcades and robberies, how people got robbed in the arcade, man. There was some crazy setups. If you want to know about arcade robbery stories, then let me know. I'll definitely be talking about them in videos, but if you want to hear some of them on stream now, unrelated to PlayStation, I can go through some of them now, man. They are hugely entertaining. Right, let me go on. Let me test the buttons quickly. So, okay, triangle, circles here, cross, square. Okay. Okay, no, I don't really want save states, so let's just, I think I've got all the buttons that I want. And let's give that a save, just in case it was different or had a different controller plugged in last time. Ooh, R-Type, wow, just see R-Type in there. Dave repairs. Dave, hey Dave, what do you actually repair? Let us know. So let's have a look if I've got R-Type games in there. I really hope I have. I will be disappointed if I haven't, because I am an R-Type fan. Ooh, okay, I've got R-Type Delta. Oh, I think someone mentioned, which one was it that you said in here? I'm trying to find it in chat again. Oh, it is R-Type Delta, superb. That's exactly what he said. I think someone said like R-Types are a different one that I didn't actually have. Oh, wicked arcades were great. All my friends I hang around with now. Yeah, man. You know what? That's so EX Mosquito. So when I was young, the guys I hung around with in the arcade, I'm talking like school days, they were my school friends. So some of them I'm still in contact with. We hang around, we chat. Some have moved to other countries or different areas, so we don't see each other that much. But I guess that's just getting older, what we were talking about. Now, the friends I made playing, I made some friends playing Capcom versus SNK 2 online. As well as playing Third Strike online. Like Harmonaz, one of my closest friends now, mind you, he lives far away. We don't see each other all the time, but we played a lot of Third Strike together. I met him from playing a Third Strike or Street Fighter Anniversary collection on Xbox Live. Turned out he lived down the road from me, so we ended up meeting and hanging out. So I've got like the guys like that I met in my mid kind of 20s or even like the late 20s when Third Strike was being played a lot, and we hang out a lot. But from the younger days, not so much the guys in the arcade, because we're kind of stuck within our circle. A lot of my school friends that, you know, we would go out. So let's have a look. Let's see what R-Type Delta gives us. Not too familiar with this, man. I'm more familiar with the original R-Type 1, R-Type 2. What about Gradius? Gradius Origins, guys, with a brand new Salamander 3 going in there. Okay, this is interesting. So what have we got? Have we got like the R-Type Leo ship in here? Tentacle type. Oh, okay, let me go back. And what was that? Was that with the pod? Yeah, okay, that's the pod. Next is tentacle. What else have we got? What else have we got? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go tentacle type, right? Because hey, we're all used to the pod. My YouTube channel is Dead Really RP Pinball and Arcade. Oh, okay. For Star Wars arcades, fixed recently. Time Crisis 1, 2, and 4 Star Wars Pod Racer. Oh, good on you, man. Well, it's like people that repair arcade games, because sometimes when I go to the arcade, some machines are broken, man, and I'm like, oh man, gutted. So, man, excellent. Love the work you do. R-Types is an R-Type 1 and 2 compilation. Thanks, Scalinio. You know what? I didn't even bother trying to get extra games or anything before I did this stream. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna run with. I'm just going to run with whatever I've got, because I've got quite a big bunch on here. So they've got the power shot. Interesting. Okay, let's get that. Okay, interesting game. Thanks for this. I think I have tried this before. I mean, I have no nostalgia for this, but this is a good job of you know, 3D kind of graphic-y stuff in the game. A game that's primarily a 2D game. So it's going to be like R-Type Leo. It is like R-Type Leo. Interesting. Oh, okay, but unlike R-Type Leo, right? Okay, I can't call the pod back. I kind of like in R-Type Leo when you send the pod out, and you know when you press the button, they home back around you, don't they? Ooh, okay, doing a terrible job. Okay. Oh man. Okay. That was terrible, right? Interesting to look at this. Right, okay. Maverick Hunter, are you someone that also plays Monster Hunter? One of the best R-types. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, Last Resort's really, really good, man. Last Resort. That's a Neo Geo game, right? From what I recall, that was a good game. Oh, someone said Ridge Racer earlier. We can't do a PlayStation stream without doing a Ridge Racer game of some kind. And I feel like Ridge Racer Type 4 is a really, really good game. And that's something that I miss now. I really miss like that arcade racing game. I always keep going back to Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. The PC version of that game is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Just what a great game. It's got online, that's been restored. Yo, Ryan, I just saw you in chat, man. Good evening to you as well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Let's go with here. Come on, all of you guys now, right? Don't lie now. Don't lie to me. But at some point, you must have wanted to date the Ridge Racer lady, right? You know, we all thought about it, right? Not just me, right? Because if it is just me, then ha ha ha, I'm only joking. Okay. Right, okay. Actually, I should have just gone time trial. Let's go Grand Prix. Or, you know, if you read it as it says Grand Prix. And you know what? Let me just try and do an exhibition without going through all of that. Yep, Neo Geo, nice one. There was a bonus disc that came. I wonder if I've got. Oh, okay, Ridge Racer 1 running at 480i 60 FPS. Now, 480i games actually look better. So, on this course, so that's interesting. Do we have the bonus disc? Let me see. No, okay. So I've got the Ridge Racer. Okay, maybe I've got it in the other folder. We'll check after. Right. Let's run with a quick exhibition. What a great game. Yeah, you know what, Ryan? Yeah, good one. Yeah, even before we knew what waifu was. Right, so let's just do a time attack, and we'll just run a course in this. I've got that is it a Jog-Con controller? I've got that. Okay, can we go through? Let's go through and run it. How long have we been streaming for now? 48 minutes. So it's going to be 2 hours max this stream, guys. I've got a few things to do tomorrow. I've got to take my wife to a favorite. What? Oh man, it's that classic thing of I think it's circle to go forward in this game and cross to go back. I should have remembered that. Just we were discussing the Metal Gear kind of thing earlier, right? Okay, yeah, it's basically 480p on the core. Nice. Okay, what's that? A Mega Boost? Ah, wicked. All right, we'll see if I've got a Mega Boost on there, and we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go automatic, man. I'm an automatic guy. We can have a look at the list. That's the list on here. Ridge Racer Turbo, apparently. What else have we got in here? Someone mentioned Omega. I can't see that Omega Boost there. So look.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right, so guys, what's your favorite Ridge Racer game? Right, I have to say, look, I like this one. but I would say my favorite two of all time were on the PSP, man. When the PSP came out and I got like Ridge Racer 1, absolutely amazing, loved the game, rinsed that out, played it to death, like 100% in that game. And when number 2 came out, it was even better because number 2 had like lots and lots of tracks compared to the first one. The first one was quite limited in tracks. And you know what, when I got my PS Vita, I was really excited. I was like, yes, there's a Ridge Racer game out for it, man. But that game was terrible, man. It was just full of in-app purchases. You had to buy tracks, you had to buy, I don't know, tires, petrol, everything in that game. You just had to buy. It was terrible. Absolutely. To be honest, I've got a hacked Vita now. I should maybe just load all the DLC and see if it is a decent game. But yeah, man, Ridge Racer's good. Sorry, I feel like I'm driving like a grandmother here, but hey, what's a great game, fantastic game. Good soundtrack. Right, I won't bore you too much with just a Ridge Racer time trial. So let's have a look at chat. I'm not controlling it here. See if there's. I haven't got a Mega Boost unless a Mega Boost is in this folder, which it might be. Oh, here we go. We got a Mega Boost. Someone said a Mega Boost. We have a Mega Boost. So I generally have 2 folders. I have folders with like bin.q files and I have a folder with CHD files in there. Eventually I'll clean up the bin.q and remove that side and replace them all with CHDs. Sometimes I've got duplicates, but as it stands at the moment, because I have the space available, I upgraded from a 500 gig to a 1.5 terabyte. You know what? I'll just go with it. I'll leave everything on there until there comes a point where I think I have to tidy up, which I don't think is going to be around for a while. Yo, Neo Severa in the house. Yo, what up? Pizzle Chisel, like it. Pizzle Chisel is chilling today. First stream I've done in over a month, man. I'm still kind of busy. My family are keeping me quite busy. My work, man. Like I like my new job. I like the people at my new job. But heck, I'm having to work at my new job, which was very different to my last job. My last job, I was working in a bigger team. I had people with me, and my job was more delegating and kind of like dealing with like major stuff, like major incidents and stuff. But it was shift work, right? So what would happen was when I was on night shift and on weekends, I'd have a lot of time. I could produce videos, I could play games. That's why another reason I love handheld gaming. And yeah, this my current job, unfortunately, I'm prime time, baby, so there's no playing stuff, there's no doing stuff, so I have to do everything in my own time. On the other side, my mum, who stays with me 5 days a week at the moment, her dementia is getting a lot worse. Like now, she calls me and she doesn't recognize the house. She's like, how long have we been in this house? Like, we've been living in this house for like 16, 17 years now. And yeah, 17, yeah, around 16, 17 years. And she's like, you know, when are we going back to our house? So I have to kind of play along and go, no, this is it. So I think in her head, she's gone back to a memory of a previous place we lived at, maybe her house. So at night, she'll be telling me, when are we going back? Like, what's going on? So yeah, all that stuff's keeping me really, really busy, man. But, you know, my wife's cool. She's, the weather's better. She's sleeping downstairs with the boys. And yeah, man, I've kind of got the bedroom to myself. So I thought I'm going to do it. Yo, Happy Coding is in the house. I'm doing well, buddy. Wicked, I'm glad you're here. Guys, Happy Coding, if you're into like Spectrum stuff, this guy codes Spectrum games, but like new games for the Spectrum. He's got a good page on itch.io. I think it goes by Happy Coding as well. I know you can't post links in the chat because whenever you do, YouTube automatically kind of deletes them. So yeah, Happy Coding does do some really, really cool games. Really, really interesting because he's someone that used to come to my shop, so a previous customer. So I actually kind of know this person in real life. So really interesting that he kind of reached out after a while and said, hey, I recognize your voice. Are you the guy that had the shop in Walthamstow because you mentioned it in the video? And I was like, yep, that's me. And yeah, we kind of got talking from there. But yeah, he does like specky games. So any Spectrum fans out here, you might want to check it because he's got some games out there that you might think, or you might have thought at the time, I would love to see this on my Spectrum. Well, guess what? It might actually be available for your Spectrum. So check out his page. Right, okay. let's go into training because I don't really know this game. I know it's a mech game, and I'm pretty sure my brothers had it, but I don't know. I've never really been too hardcore into mechs. Beyond. Actually, I didn't mind Zone of the Enders. Oh no, I think I did like this game, man. You could fly around and whatnot, right? Okay, no, I think it's something else. So, oh, I'm moving. You know what? I'm moving like the analog sticks around. Okay. Interesting. Everything's moving fast. It looks good. So we've got the bells and whistles on at the moment, but if you want any particular video effects out there, then let me know. The only thing I don't like doing is like putting it to full screen. That's disgusting. You know, if you play your games like this, like stretched out, then please hit that unsubscribe button. I don't even want you on my channel. Right, scale normal, that's good. Integer scaling or narrow HV, but we'll go with normal because it kind of fills the screen a little bit better. Sync 480i for HDMI. Okay, a bit difficult to see with, we don't want to rotate it. I don't want to look it upside down. Yeah, you can't really notice much here, to be honest. Let's see if we can, if it had the quality of life in the middle. Oh, okay, you can go first person here as well. Interesting. Good seeing this stuff, right? Okay, let's kind of. Yeah, I think my brother was really into this. He used to play like the Armored Core games as well. Very smooth game, man. Like this must be running at a full 60. It's as smooth as butter. Very nice moving around. Oh, look at that pointer in the bottom left. That just kind of reminds me, right? Did you guys see that crazy taxi 3D printed pointer someone was using, man? I think like Al, next time we do some 3D prints, or if there's something I might ask you to print me that. Oh, actually, no. I've got a guy at work who works part-time, and he's a student, and they've got a 3D printer at his uni, and he said that he can pretty much print anything as part of his project. So he said to me, if you want something done, let me know. So I'm going to get him to print it because then there's no posting or anything involved. I think I want to stick that crazy taxi pointer in my car. My kids will like it as well. They'll recognize it as at least a video game pointer. That's cool. Have I got, guys, if you remember as well, try and put requests in block capitals, because if you do, they really do stand out. I'm just going to run Parasite Eve 2 quickly, because Parasite Eve 2, what's really weird is whenever we change over the CHD files, I have to do a reset in order for it to kind of take effect and work. Now I am expecting it to work. Oh, it has worked. Awesome. But yes, the Parasite Eve games now, I really liked Parasite Eve 2. I thought it was a good mix of like Resident Evil mixed with an RPG. They're kind of long games to play here, but it's a very good game to play, man. Let me read some of the chat while I check that out. Okay, nice one, Dave. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, parents get old, man. You need to look after them, man. My dad's chilling in another country with his new wife. Not so new now, but his new younger wife. But my mum, you know, she's been around. But yeah, it's just. So tomorrow I'll take her down to her sister's. She'll be happy. Take the wife to a favorite restaurant and see if I can do some gaming in between. Wicked. Okay, nice one, Happy Coding. So you finished an arcade perfect conversion of Frogger for the Specky, which is a very good road crossing simulator. Wicked. Okay. The Incredible Crisis, Happy Coding. Yeah, man. Let's do that. Let's do Happy. Hopefully I've got that. I remember Incredible Crisis because that's a whole bunch of mini games, right? Which hopefully I can play to a decentish extent. This is a really good game though, man. Did I complete it or did I near complete it? I think it was on 2 discs. But I really did like this game, and I really hope we get like modern adaptations of this. So I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if it'll be a day one purchase because I keep buying games and not playing them, right? I pre-ordered Monster Hunter and shame on me, I should be on like HR 100 minimum by now. I'm not even in high rank yet. I'm like a low rank noob, man. So unless I know I'm going to play it, which is very, very unlikely, I just won't have the time. But the Metal Gear 3 remake, I'll probably buy it when it goes a bit cheaper, you know, £20 or less. I'll buy it. And that's something I want to play. But you know, if Parasite Eve or Parasite Eve 2 gets remade, I never really played Parasite Eve 1. I know people speak highly of it. I played the next kind of one. Was it the Third Birthday on the PSP? That was quite a bit of fun. But I thought Parasite Eve 2 was the best. And the Dino Crisis remakes. Really looking forward to those, man. There was another game called Galerians that I played, right? Okay, and yeah, Galerians was kind of good, but I tried it again recently and I feel like it hasn't aged too well. So okay, right, let me take a sip of my drink. I'm not going to mute the mic, so you might hear some gulping. Okay, let's do it. Let's go Crazy King. I have circle to go forward in this as well. Oh, what is it? No, it's X. Right, okay. Okay, is it going to be a big training mode? Yeah, we can fire a couple of shots. Guys, when this game gets going, it's like Resident Evil with RPG elements, from what I remember. I remember you could see like the hit points in this. R1 to fire. Oh, interesting. That was cool. Instead of pressing R1 to bring up your gun and square to fire, you press square and you press R1 to fire. Interesting. It's kind of like the other way round to Resident Evil. Okay, let's go Incredible Crisis, and hopefully I've got that game. Nope, maybe. Oh, we've got it. Right, let's give it that reset, and this should run. Right, Incredible Crisis. I kind of remember. I kind of remember a guy with a. I'm pretty sure I had it in the shop. I'm pretty sure I had it in my shop when I had the shop. But guys, yeah, this is amazing. For anyone out there that hasn't got a MiSTer, well, you've got plenty of options now. The options you've got for a MiSTer, you've got a MiSTerPie, but that seems to be faced with delays. I get a lot of people saying on the channel that they ordered one back in November and they still haven't got one. So that's like a good, is that 4 months? Yeah, 4 months, almost going into 5 months, right? So I know, you know, I know Taki's working hard on that, and he got faced with delays. So obviously I know a lot of people are unhappy with it, but it does look like he's trying his hardest to get those out there. So hopefully if you've ordered a MiSTerPie, and for those of you that have ordered a SuperStation 1 will get one. You know, you've got sellers like the sponsor of the weekly news show, MiSTer Add-ons, that sell it. Then you can buy a board direct from Thoracic. You can also buy the QM Tech board if that's in stock on places like AliExpress. Yeah, music does sound decent. Let me turn my headphones up a bit so I can hear it. Yeah, so you've got different ways of getting yourself a MiSTer, man. And honestly, like MiSTer really it opened up that retro gaming for me. I felt like once I got this, I just didn't need any hardware, right? Because anything that you felt was off on emulation is just amazing, like on the MiSTer. And so there's a lot of people that will notice small inaccuracies. I may not notice all those small inaccuracies. The main thing for me is the snappiness. When I'm playing stuff, especially shmups and fighters, they feel so snappy. And then you get used to playing everything that's super snappy. When you go to software emulation, I still enjoy software emulation. In fact, as we speak, let me check something. You're not going to see it on screen. But I'm 63% through a 512 image burn on a micro SD card for my Steam Deck. So, right, look, okay, cross is to go through. So, yeah, looking forward to trying a whole bunch of different emulated stuff on the Steam Deck. I sold a couple of Windows handhelds recently. I sold my GPD WinMax 2 and a GPD Win 4. I'm thinking about picking up a GPD Win Mini, the one with a new, is it the H370 or the HX370, the new AMD AI APUs, but honestly, with the time I've got, I haven't got time to play it. I kind of want it, so because I like some of the PC front ends, and I'm hoping the one on the Steam Deck that I'm putting on now looks really good, and I don't end up spending £1,000 trying to get like a Windows handheld just to put some emulation stuff on there that I can play or like go through and stream. It's actually fun streaming on a handheld because you've got powerful PCs as a handheld now. You can stream retro stuff on there all on the go. It's pretty amazing, man. Yeah, good on you, Happy Coding. If anyone can tell us hidden gems. I mean, I may have some, I may not have some. My buddy Phila, he kind of really educated me on a lot of the hidden gems. So a lot of them I may not even know, but I may have them on here. And time to exercise. Right, there you go. If you work at an office too long, if you work from home and you're stuck in front of that PC like I am, exercise is good. So, Tanio Dance Fever. It's going to be a rhythm game. I have the rhythm of Steve Martin from The Jerk. So, Lady in Red, let's go. Okay. Right, I'm going to embarrass myself here. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that down? Okay. Okay, starting slow. It's easing me into it. Okay, no, I don't even want to retry that, man. That's not for me. It's definitely incredible. I know it's got lots of mini games in it. I don't think it's just a rhythm action game. Let's try and find like a hidden gem now, right? So let's try and find something. If there's a game, oh, you know what? Have I got them here? Please tell me I have. Yes, yes. Is there? So, ooh, which one? Okay, let's go with the first one here. So, Happy Coding. These are really cool, really cool games. Okay, I can see a little bit of that here. Are we good? Okay, hopefully no. Okay, I can see part of like a thing here. Let me give it a quick reboot for good measure. And the Time Bokan series, they're really good. And guys, we've got some excellent wallpapers on the MiSTerFPGA. I'm a big fan of the Ranny Snice ones, but there are other contributions out there as well. Ranny Snice actually made a Pixel Cherry Ninja wallpaper, which I left on there for ages, but I kind of missed looking at his wallpapers as well. So that's the core that we're using at the moment, PSX Weave. So yeah, absolutely awesome. So yeah, let's stay. I think that's, yeah, here we go. It's running. So let's, oh, hold on. That's interesting. Is it going to run that Time Bokan game? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Right, let's go. Let's run this CHD. Guys, hope you are all having a good Saturday, man, wherever you are. Over here in the UK, wow, it's gone 10 p.m, man. This is usually past my bedtime. I wonder if there's an issue with this game, or maybe I've got something in my... Oh, okay, no, it's working. Guys, when you see that band Presto logo, that just means quality. It is just quality, guys. Is this the same as the Saturn one? So there's one that I really like on a Saturn. It's one of my favorite games on the system. It's something new that I discovered with a Saturn, but I've got 2 games on the PlayStation for it. I think there's more. I think there's maybe 3 games on the PlayStation. But this is a really good game. Oh, okay, Sniper Mike UK. If we've got that, we'll have a look. We'll have a look for oh, Harmful Park. Hopefully I should have that. That's a shmup, right? That's one of the ones, funny enough, that kind of works on the Analog Pocket PlayStation Work in Progress core. Oh, the soundtrack for these games is banging, man. Happy Coding, let me know what you think of the soundtrack for this. I've turned it up a little bit. Oh, what's this one here? That looks interesting. Yeah, banging soundtrack. Yeah, should be now loud enough for you guys to hear. Guys, if you are enjoying the video, then hitting that like button or subscribing really does help. We are looking at PlayStation today. Right. Yes, this isn't the one I play on the Saturn. Really love the soundtrack. See, this one I'm not too familiar with, as it's usually the Saturn one that I play. Really like how those, like the birds, where they fly up and then come down after. They just look absolutely superb. Okay, let's run the next game here. This is the one. This must be the one on the Saturn as well. Let's check this out. Very good good game. Yo, Raging Cajun in the house. How you doing, man? Long time, man. Haven't spoke to you for a while. I hope you've been well and everything, bud. Right, hopefully it's working. Hopefully it's working. Yes, it is. Yeah, always get a bit impatient, and I think to myself, maybe that one's not gonna work and whatnot, but it's working. So let's run with this, and this one's really good. I love the first boss in this. Love all the stuff, and I'm pretty sure this is the game, unless it turns out being a different version of the game or a different game in the series. But I'm pretty sure this is the one we have on a Saturn. There's a lot of games up there, man. I can't keep up. Yeah, this I'm pretty sure this is the one. Again, great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. I know the sound might be a little bit loud, but there's a reason that it's loud, guys, because this just has an absolutely banging soundtrack. You know what, Happy Coding, when I got it, it was PlayStation 2 era when I had it. PlayStation 1 was like, it still sold. We had games, we had some people in there. It was more like the younger kids that their parents wouldn't get them a PS2, you know? So it did sell a bit, but I'd say PlayStation 2, GameCube were more the peak. PlayStation 2 being like the market leader at the time. We sold the most games for PlayStation 2, and I think followed by that, Xbox and GameCube were probably neck and neck, because even though like more games may have sold for the Xbox, the GameCube, when a game like Mario or like Zelda came out, they just sold heaps, man, or like the Metroid games. So yeah, it was PlayStation 2, man. It was already out. So I recommend these Time Bokan series, man. Like, find these on your PlayStation. You know, I mean, for me, I would say they're hidden gems, because I didn't know about these until I kind of started playing this game, or a version of this game, or a game in this series on the Saturn, right? And then after the Saturn, someone told me, you know what? There's actually more of them out for the PlayStation. And I was like, wow, really? That sounds amazing. I've got to check them out. This is the annoying part now. Ain't goal. I need to go in the bottom corner. Right, okay. I think that's a good thing to kind of get that out. Right, let's see. What else have we got? Okay, Future Cop LAPD. Have I got that? I don't think I've played that game, to be honest. But right, it's not in this folder. Maybe, I don't think it's in this one either. Sorry, buddy, I haven't got Future Cop, man. Don't have Future Cop at all. So, let's go. What was Alan saying? Harmful Park. Have I got it in here? Nope, not in this folder. Come on, I should have that. I'm pretty sure I have, to be honest. Ah, here we go. Harmful Park. Perfect. Okay, Ganbei Game Paradise 2. I may have the Ganbei game. Was that the one that got translated recently? I can't remember. We'll have a look for it. Yeah, man. GameCube was like that, man. It just when stuff sold for it, it sold a lot. Sold a heck of a lot, man. Sold a heck of a lot. I thought it was a cool console. I really liked like Rogue Squadron on there, man, or whatever it was, Rogue Leader. The first Rogue Star Wars flying game that came out for it. The second one was good as well, but the kind of, you know, the bits where you get out your ship, like the bits on foot, they really weren't that good. So it kind of put the game on a downer. But it had the whole of the first game, or the first GameCube game, available to play. Sorry, to play only as 2-player, which I thought was really good. I think I might have tried it once 2-player, but I never really had anyone around that wanted to go through the entire game with me, which was sad because I completed. Awesome. Oh, interesting. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I completed Rogue Squadron on both the N64 with a friend and the GameCube as well, man. Completed that. In fact, we used to play that in the shop. Me and my business partner. He used to like games like Ace Combat, and he was into Star Wars as well. So we used to play that together. So something really interesting, guys. Whenever you play a shmup, stop spamming the button because it may have auto fire, which I always find the hard way. Look at that, I'm chucking pies at them, man. That's pretty. Okay, I might have to go for something faster like this. Very cool game. Can you crash into the floor? No, you can't. Good. That's one thing I hate, man. Gradius, you know, the Nemesis Salamander games. You can let's see. Does a pie do a lot of damage or something? Maybe it does. It's got a slow rate of fire. Wow. Okay, a lot of bullets there. Yeah. So you know, with a lot of Konami games, Parodius, the other games that I like. You know, you can smash into like the ceiling and that, man. It becomes really annoying. I prefer the games that don't, but hey, I respect those games for what they are. Is this a homing type of thing? Okay, this is a homing type of thing. Slow rate of fire, but hey, it's moving around and it's getting those things. Wow. That's gonna fire something in a second. Eat some pie. Ooh, okay. I've turned into a big jelly. Can I fire that out? Or is that like a jelly shield? Look at that little panda down there, man. That panda's up there too. Okay. So I had like a shield there for a bit. We pie some of these guys. I feel like the homing one's good. Okay, let's get the power up. Nice. Look at that. My homing has powered up. Interesting game. Definitely somewhat of a hidden gem. And, you know, on the Analog Pockets PlayStation Core, this is one of the games, I think Andy D kind of got it working. Now, the PlayStation Core for the Analog Pocket really isn't. It's not developed at all, and likely the Analog Pocket will never be able to run it. But it was a fun kind of proof in concept thing to have a look at. You know, we can kind of have stuff on there. The developer on there, P-Gate1, they kind of ran Tabal on there. It ran like really slow, 15 frames a second, and you can't just whack a PlayStation game on there. You kind of have to go in and patch it and I don't know, remove some unnecessary parts of the game so it can run. I mean, it is just a dream at the moment, but. I mean, it would be amazing if it came out, but like I said, I'm waiting for that MiSTer handheld, so you know all this stuff can be enjoyed in bed. But mind you, I'm also looking forward to playing the Steam Deck, and hopefully by the time this stream ends, the micro SD card will be done, and I can just whack it in my Steam Deck and run it. The only thing that I didn't like about it, when I was reading the files about how it works on the Steam Deck, you kind of hold the minus volume button down and press power, and then you select to boot from the SD card or something, which I'd rather have it where I pick it like Emulation Station, where you pick Emu Station and it just kind of works. Right, this is really interesting. Like that boss, the boss is inflatable. So this is cool. When he's behind you. Wow. Okay. This game's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Love the inflatable boss in there. Big damage pies. Have I done it? Superb. Very, very cool game, man. Yo, Phoenix, watching at work, going to sleep soon. I like it. Sleeping at work, one of the best perks you can ever have at a job. Something that I have previously done. Oh, no, Sniper Wolf. Yeah, man. I don't have a GameCube anymore. I gave my brother the GameCube, and he gave it away to my cousin, man, which is like, so now when I give my brother stuff, right, like I'll tell him, look, I'm giving this to you, but please don't give it away, because I'm giving it to you because you're my brother, but it's something that I would like to keep in my collection, but because I'm not using it at the moment, I'll kind of give it to you. So, whenever I give him something now, I'm like, look, if you're going to give it away, give it back to me. Don't give it away to someone else. So, he gave away like a GameCube, then there was like one of my little Windows laptops, he gave it away. Most recently, I gave him the ROG Ally, and I asked him, I said, are you playing it? And he was like, yeah, I'm playing Forza. I said, cool. I said, when you come to the UK, bring it, and I'll put Steam OS on there because it's kind of official, or it's going to be available officially soon. And the good thing about that is, Windows can be very, very cumbersome. At least with Steam OS, it'll be like a console. He can put his Forza on there, which he purchased on Steam anyway. And I think he put Forza 4 or Forza 5, one of them he purchased. And whatever other games he's got in his Steam library, like some of the Call of Duty games and whatnot, he can play them with Steam OS. And Steam OS, I think, is really, really good. The Steam Deck operating system, there's no faff. It's like a console. It just works, man. It really, really is good. Like, can't sing enough praise for the Steam Deck. What a great device. Like, I've had a lot of different devices that are more powerful that I've ended up selling, and I've kept the Steam Deck because the software part of the Steam Deck is so darn good. I can have something more powerful and it's just not as intuitive, right? I'm really looking forward to like the next Steam Deck. I will likely pick up a Windows handheld at the moment. I just don't fancy spending £1,000 on the one that I want. So maybe around Chinese New Year, if it goes down to like, less than 700 for that one, the GPD Mini with the HX370, maybe 64 gig of RAM if I can get it, if not 32, 2 terabyte SSD. I'll go for it. Like, let's run another game. Has anyone got anything in there? Gunner's Heaven. We had a look for that, didn't we? I don't think I have that. Hooters. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Oh, IRIM Arcade Classics. What's on here? What is on the IRIM Arcade Classics? That'd be interesting because IRIM have got some really, really good arcade games. In fact, some of my favorite arcade games are from IRIM. Okay, we're gonna press the X button. Oh, okay. We're talking old school here, man. Oh, it's switched to reveal here. You know what, Sniper Mike? That's going to be a day one purchase, man. I'll probably share that with my kids if they want to play it. But they're so into Fortnite, obviously Minecraft. One of them's into Rocket League, and the other one's into Apex Legend. But they've been smashing. Oh, okay. Is that the only game on there? There's got to be more games on there, surely. Okay, let's give this. It's the arcade kind of version of this. Yeah, the boys have been smashing Fortnite, man. My daughter, she's really focused with her A levels, so she's not actually gaming that much. Good soundtrack for this. I had this on a C64, I think. I love this game, man. Really, really like this game. They're gonna hug me. They're gonna hug me. Let go of me. All about like your correct pacing and distancing. But is that the only game on here? Can I get out? No. Let's do a reset. It says IRM Arcade Classics, but it only had that game on there. Hopefully it's got some other games on there. Hopefully. I mean, I was hoping it was what, like the newer one with like maybe Ninja Spirits, Legend of Hero Tonma. We're talking like IRM 72 kind of era, but I guess this one's previous. Ah, okay, it's up there. Right, so I guess that's Kung Fu Master, 10-yard fight. What the heck is Zippy Race? It's got 3 games on there. But it's interesting to see compilations of like older arcade games on like the PlayStation. They've been going around for a while, and compilations are still going. They're popular because for a lot of people that aren't into emulation, it kind of gets that nostalgia going, you know? Oh, okay, nice one, Happy Coding. So Kung Fu Master was the first side-scrolling beat 'em up. Interesting. Facts. Right, okay. Not familiar with this game, but we'll give it a shot. These simpler times where games were just simple, you know. You didn't need all this controversial stuff. You didn't have, I don't know, just various stories and stuff in there, and I don't know, just games were innocent back then, right? You know. They were just, you know, now could you make a game like this where you're just a bike racing through traffic? You need some kind of story. You need like a lot more to it, right? Whereas previously you could have a game where the story was like a dog lost his hat and he jumps over various toys to find his hat again. And that was a day, you know, and they were aimed for kids, and that's how they were. Whereas now games are just mega. Like honestly, some games that I play now, I feel like in order to play them, it's the equivalent of doing like a university degree. There's just such a learning curve. Sometimes I play a game and all the options that are in there, you know, do you want to go this way, that way, that way? It just ends up putting me off. I think the only game I can do like that is Monster Hunter. Right, okay, let's run with something else. Oh, okay, let's run this Parodius game because I am a fan of Parodius, and I don't know what version of Parodius this is going to be, but there are a few different versions of Parodius. So just want to send a special thank you out to Robert Peip, or FPGA. I used to call him FPGAzumSpass, but 60 FPS, a viewer of the channel, a subscriber of the channel, pointed out to me that it's actually FPGAzumSpass, which means like FPGA for fun, like development for fun. And that's something Robert Peip, the developer, always says, even over on his Patreon, developing like for fun. And whenever he does stuff, he does stuff for fun. Read the Wolf of One. Oh, sorry, completely read that wrong. Read the Law of One. Right, Fightcade. Absolutely love Fightcade, man. It's great. Top Hunter is a Neo Geo game. Was it out for PlayStation? That's Top Hunter Caffey and something. That's the one where you've got the long arms and you can grapple them. Good game. Good game. Very, very good game. Please don't be Parodius Dar, the first one. Just be one of the newer ones, because I've played the first one quite a bit. I think this is the newer one. What is Pingu saying? What is Pingu saying? Ah, yeah, it's one of the newer ones. Wicked. Let's go, cat. Okay, so I want shot and missile. Yep, shot and missile are the same button. That's what I want. Power up. Yeah, I want. Okay, I think that might be. Usually it's automatic first and manual after. Right, I want to go with that because I really do want. I want to be able to pick my power ups. I don't like it when it picks your power ups for you. This is a superb game, guys. Absolutely love the Parodius games. Oh, bang. This is out for the Super Nintendo as well, by the way, guys. And if you want to play the fast ROM, it's one of the games that Can Do 1-2 has converted wicked doing it. Right, we want missiles next. Why would you give me a bell straight away? I don't want the bell. I don't know what reflect is. I'm going to wait. Good soundtrack here as well. Who remembers that song? That's the way. Aha, aha. I don't even know what I'm getting here, man. Okay, I've got a shield. Which is the option? I need some options, man. Look at little penguins with the afros, man. So darn cool. Let's hit that bell. Oof. Okay, once you die, it's time to load another game. It's okay. It's not Top Hunt. It's in the hunt. Yeah, man. We can run in the hunt. That's a fantastic game, man. Really, really good game. So I was enjoying In the Hunt. I think it's out for the Saturn, but on the MiSTer we do have the Rahim M92 core by Wicker Wacker, and it really, really is superb. Really, really good core. He's actually done a turbo version of the core, which negates all the slowdown. For anyone out there, I'd recommend not playing that game within the hunt, because the slowdowns in the hunt actually help you navigate your way around a million bullets. And if you use the turbo mode, then yeah, it's really, really difficult. Really, really difficult. But nice to see this stuff. And you know, I'm enjoying the 2D stuff a lot more on the PlayStation now, because I never bothered with any of this stuff, man. Absolutely never ever bothered with it, man. And for anyone out there that's viewing and doesn't have a MiSTer, honestly, buy a MiSTer. I still think they're great value. So what's really interesting now, let's say a full setup, you know, the case, all the IO boards, everything you need to go ready to plug and play the MiSTer, right? Let's say that setup was £450 to £500 before. The prices have gone down. So I've noticed that all the sellers out there have reduced the price to around £350, right? Because Takiuron's coming and he's done a complete set for like $150. So, you know, they've not been able to match that price, but you have got an original D10 Nano in there. And honestly, in my testing, there is no difference between the original and the clone, right? At least the one I've got, absolutely banging, absolutely banging. But it's well worth getting one. Even the normal price that I paid, I bought my D10 Nano separate. I bought everything separate. A friend put it together for me, and when you add everything that I paid, like whatever it was, like 2.5, 3 years ago, it was during COVID I got it, so whenever that was, right? It was extremely good value, extremely good value. So let me turn the sound down a bit. I feel like it might be a tad too loud. Right, okay. Yeah, so really good value. And if you haven't got a MiSTer, it's just such a great device, man. Just really good device. I love playing it when friends come around. Like, so if my Street Fighter friends come around and we're playing stuff, I'm like, look guys, let's play this now. And the guys that haven't tried it, they're truly amazed by it. They're like, wow. But I really feel like, so Hatego is hoping to bring CPS3 out, and hopefully it will be something that fits on the MiSTer. There's not a limitation there where it just can't fit on the MiSTer. I hope it can. I think it's doable on the MiSTer, because the CPS3 hardware is very similar to the Sega Saturn hardware, and we have an excellent Sega Saturn core. So, you know, I am very optimistic that it's gonna come out for the MiSTer FPGA. And that'll be great. I mean, that'll be for the FGC. That will be a massive thing, because CPS-free hardware is so temperamental that looking at it the wrong way can actually break it. I go to the arcade. When I go to the arcade sometimes, like there's been many a times where something's up, there's always a tech on standby that has to do stuff to it to fix it. So it'd be nice to have it preserved in a way where we've got the best version, because there's going to come a time where hardware is going to be so limited, it's just going to be, you know, there's going to be hardly any of it around. We've got people like Cruz, I forget the last name, but Cruz repairs a whole bunch of arcade boards, and even he says that he hates working on the CPS-free boards, but obviously he does it because it sounds like it is a pain in the butt. So we really need that that CPS-free FPGA core, and then I'll actually get a lot of my friends to kind of try that out with me. The good thing is you know, I am, you know, most often get early access to Hatego cores. You know, I've mentioned to Hatego that, look, CPS free, anything in there, you know, I want to test it, I want to play it. So I'm looking forward to the time that it is available, and usually I'm actually allowed in most cases to share the alpha builds on the channel as well to show you guys. I've done it many times, and I know it might sound a bit whack and some people aren't really into it, but I love showing cores, or I love showing the journey of the core, you know, from where it began, you know, as artifacts and sprites missing, sounds missing, and just everything that goes with it, right, to what it becomes. The N64 core, the development for that was an amazing time for FPGA gaming, because I remember I was on annual leave, I had plenty of time off, and we were streaming like most nights, man. Robert was putting out sometimes up to 3 updates out in one day, and we were testing it out, and I love seeing that, and I'd love to do that for like other cores out there, man. It's amazing checking that stuff out. So yeah, oh, what's that Jerp face? I kind of like that name. What the hell does Jerp mean? New Greatest Collection announced, being done by M2 for day one. Absolutely, man. And what else? That Marvel Brawler, what's it called, guys? Oh, I forget what it's called, because I really can't remember what it's called, but it's done by the same guys that done Shredder's Revenge. So we know that's going to be good. That's going to be a day one purchase for me. So is the Greatest Collection likely, unless I'm not going to play it. Hopefully I can blag. Usually I can get Steam codes for like indie games out there. I get them offered. To be honest, I turn most of them away because then I have to do a video for it. But with the Greatest Collection, I think it'll be a video worth doing. As well as that, the game, the Marvel Brawler, looks wicked, man. It feels like the game I wanted as a kid is now coming to life now. Okay, what the heck is this? Irritating Stick. I mean, Irritating Stick, we can talk about an arcade I used to go to, an EX Mosquito. If you're still in chat, we're talking about the red arcade sticks in Casino, man. They were terrible. They were super irritating, man. Polygame Master. What's the Polygame Master? Remind me what that is, man, because I know Happy Coding, you're a little bit before my era, so some of the stuff that you may like might be stuff I haven't grown up on, but I can definitely show you a list of the cores even while this is kind of going on. So if I go back out, okay, look, so what do we have here? This is all the consoles. So if I go to P, okay, there's nothing for P. So if I go to computer, was it a computer? No, nothing there for Poly. What else have we got? It's definitely not arcade, but we'll go in there to P as well, just to give it a little look. I don't know what this is. Polyplay 2. I don't know if that is. I've got no idea, buddy. Sorry. Oh, okay. It's a. Oh, okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. What did you call? Oh, PGM. Yeah, PGM. Is that what you're talking about? No, PGM. No, it's definitely one of the cores that's most desired. So, going back a couple of years, 2 years maybe, Hatego, who I'm sure you know, Happy Coding, he's the developer that's brought us the vast majority of the arcade cores available for the MiSTerFPGA, stuff like CPS1, CPS2, hopefully bringing out CPS3 this year. So he did a poll saying, what would you like us to work on? And in the poll it was PGM and CPS3 were the options. CPS3 won, and I'm glad it did, but it's likely we will get a Polygame Master at some point. What did you call it originally up there? Okay, can't find that thing again. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, you did call it Polygame Master. I'm really sorry, man. PGM. Sorry, I just completely went over my head. Yeah, it's like the Taiwan equivalent of the Neo Geo. Some really, really good games on that. There's a brawler on that system called the Gladiator. Man, it is such a great brawler. The amount of moves you've got in there, the specials, the characters, art direction of that game. It is superb. Okay, so this is like what's that game where you got a metal thing and you're kind of running it through? We'll give it a bit of a shot, but don't expect to see anything good in here, guys. It's not the type of game that I think I'm going to be good at, but I think we should try it. It's important to experiment and try new things. Definitely have tried this before. I do remember.
Let's select a course.
Yeah, happy coding. I thought it was something that I've never heard of, man. But I probably would have. You know what? I don't remember the last time I called it Polygame Master. So PGM, I definitely would have remembered it. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, that looks really good with a sword there, right? So. Okay, so this is all digital. I've got I think I've got it connected to the DualShock, so no, we don't want to see a replay of how bad that is. At least it doesn't. Okay, so you've got a minute to do it. Yeah, you know what, I think I've had enough of this. Irritating stick. Yeah, it's worked. The stick irritated me. Jumping Flash, hopefully this runs a demo. I don't feel like playing it, but this was one of the games where I remember a friend was like, oh man, look at this platform game on what is it, on the PlayStation. And he was like, yeah, you're like this rabbit and you jump around and it's 3D. And at the time it really was mind-blowing. So we were talking about arcade stories, right? And there's a really funny arcade story. So I used to go to this arcade, if anyone's familiar with North London. There was an arcade game, an arcade in London called Fairplay. And there used to be this setup there. So there was this kid there, right? So let's say me and a friend are playing, let's say we're playing Avengers, right? By, was it Data East? You know, Captain America and the Avengers. And while you're playing that game, this kid would come up and pester you. He'd try and like touch your arcade stick and you know, because he's a little kid and you were bigger than him, like, go away kid, and you push him away, right? And once he'd go away, then all of a sudden he'd come with like a massive guy or 2-3 massive guys, and he'd be like, what have you done to my little cousin? You made him cry. Why have you picked on him and all of that? And obviously these 3 big guys, so it was a hustle. What they used to do is, because you've done that, they used to end up robbing you. They used to go, okay, what have you got? You know, no, you made my cousin cry, give him a game, or, you know, what you got on you, and they'll search your pockets and they'll take your money and they'll spend it in the arcade. I mean, this is the day where arcades were quite rough at times, man. So that was the hustle. So this kid, so obviously once you knew about it, man, you know, there was a time where I think we kind of stopped going to this arcade, because every time you'd go there, the same hustle would be on. This kid would come up to you, you'd say something to the kid would then go and tell his older cousin, and the older cousin would rob you. And it was something they did for ages, man. And I don't even know if the arcade owner was scared, because these were rough kids, man. You know, like the kind of guys you wouldn't mess around with, right? Unless you were kind of one of them, right? You know, no one wants to get stabbed for like, I don't know, £1 in 20p coins. But that was an interesting story. And there was other stuff like this. There was another time in the arcade with these guys. Do you remember that band, the 2 brothers that wore their trousers back to front? They were called Criss Cross, and they had a song saying like, jump, jump, Mac Daddy gonna make you jump, jump. I saw these guys rob a bunch of kids one day by telling them to jump, jump. And as they were jumping, the kids were jumping, and they could hear the change jiggle, and they would rob that change. This is what it was like in London in like the 80s and the 90s. We were quite fortunate because we didn't really experience a lot of this, and it was because like in one particular school I went to, there was an Irish guy, man, and this Irish guy, his family were just crazy. They were known to be crazy. They just drank and they fought people, and because he was one of my closest friends, no one really messed with us, because if they did, then my friend was a psycho. He's gone absolutely crazy, and I haven't seen him for years. I saw him walking down the road, and I was hoping he didn't recognize me, and he didn't realize it was me, because if he's the type of guy now, he's so crazy, he'll come knocking on my door asking for money and just substance abuse and whatnot. But because we were associated with him, we never really got into any trouble because these guys were serious that we were with. But yeah, a lot of London was like that, man. You had this around. Concave Gaming, hey, how are you doing, man? What time is it in Australia? You guys are ahead of us, so it's early morning for you, right? So a good morning to you. Hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. I'm going to stream for about 15 minutes more. Let me check my so I was putting that SD card for the Steam Deck. Oh, okay, it says 79.3% done. 79.3% done. I'm kind of looking forward to that because some of these front ends look really, really good. Yeah, you know what, Sniper Mike UK, that's amazing. I want to kind of share that story in a video at some point as well, because I find like people really like the stories, and you know, they like the stories about some of the characters, some of the events, some of the things that happened. And yeah, man, it was crazy. There was a lot of in London back then. I mean, I don't know if it's like that now. Maybe it's older, but man, when we were kids, man, it was survival of the fittest. If you didn't have it, it was almost not exactly like prison. But you know, you have prison where you're associated with a gang and you get left alone. It wasn't prison, but hey, man, you needed to either have someone that would back you up. If you didn't have anyone that would back you up, man, you got eaten or you had to hide, man. So it was nuts. I was just like I said, I was just really glad that some of my friends that I hung out with, they were just nuts, man. And I knew most of these, so not so much from primary school, but from secondary school, you know, from year 7, or back then it was the first year. The table I sat on and the group of friends I made, yeah, you know, one of them in particular was just really rough, and yeah, just crazy guy, man. There was another guy in our area, in our school, that used to rob everyone, right? And I remember, like, the guy, like my friend, his name was John. You know, what guy's last name, but his name was John. And yeah, man, the guy that used to rob everyone, he battered the guy, man, and he ended up robbing the guy and smashing his head through a car window. It was nuts, man. But since that day, I remember that guy would cross the road when he saw that guy or us, then he wouldn't even bother any of us because he knew there'd be some retribution, you know. Retro my bits. I like that name. Are you using a RetroTink? It looks good, or just no, this is straight off the MiSTer, man. I'm all right for stuff like the RetroTink. I've got nothing against the device. I think it's a good device based on everything I've heard about it, but I don't really have any original hardware, man. That's why I absolutely love the MiSTer. It covers all of my childhood, man. It just does it. So this version of the core here, my retro bits, it's this one here. There's a link in the description that will take you straight to the MiSTerFPGA Discord server post where you can download this. If you're not a member, there's an invite link in the video as well. I'll try and leave those as much as I can in the videos for anyone out there that wants to join. It's a good place to go and chat. You know, I find very, very helpful and good people on there. So let's run some games, guys. I'm happy to take some requests for like the last 10 minutes or so. Just give me a shout, put it in block capitals, and I can definitely check that for you. I'm gonna try and run a game. What the hell is this, right? Mizerna Falls, right? English by Al. No idea what this is. Let's run with this. Hopefully it's not a game that's rude. Not enough chat about more 4K. Yeah, I don't really know much about the upscaler. So guys, Jetface, what is actually better? Because everyone says, like, from what I see, the RetroTink is a better device. However, I do have to point out that, for example, now Takayuron has released a MiSTer alternative, right? But QM Tech, from what I recall, and a colleague of mine confirmed this earlier, a friend of mine was speaking earlier and confirmed it, that the QM Tech were the first ones to bring a MiSTer alternative that you could actually buy. But because Takayuron has more of a presence on social media, his one's louder, so that one seems like the first alternative, even though QM Tech got there first, right? So that's like the main one. Now, the social media and the marketing and the people that kind of plug the RetroTink are very, very loud. So they definitely have more of a footprint on social media. Does that make it a better device over the more 4K? I really have no idea. I don't know, because I don't use them. I'm really happy with what the MiSTer gives me, what the MiSTer does. Love the device. I don't really need an upscaler or anything for it. I just run it. I run it on a 1080p screen. Honestly, I'm good with it. I feel like I don't need a 4K screen. Also, I don't know how much latency an upscaler like the RetroTink and the Morph 4K will add. Whereas obviously if I'm using it directly, there's gonna be less latency. So And that's one of the main things for FPGA gaming for me. So let's have a look at this and have no idea. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so depending on what your needs are, right? So the 4K can do a lot more, but the more 4K is cheaper and can do the MiSTer just fine. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, I've seen some people on social media really ripping into the more 4K, but I've never seen anyone rip into the RetroTink 4K. So I really don't know, like, you know, no latency on the more. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, I thought it added like a few milliseconds or something. No idea what this game is, but I feel like this is going to be like an adventure game. I'm feeling like this is going to be something like you know, Resident Evil type game once the black screen goes. Or has this game actually died on us? It hasn't. This core is so darn good. Everything just lives on this, man. It just works so darn great, man. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, if you are enjoying this video and you haven't hit that like button, really do appreciate it. Really does help out the channel. And no one likes that site. We all hate our alarm clocks, man. That's like the worst. I hate the alarm clocks. Hello, Matthew. Is it me you're looking for? Winona has called me. How you doing? Why are you calling me this early? Or is it that late? It's a matter of perspective. Okay, so this is like an adventure game. I feel like that dude's got a jacket similar onto the guy from Flashback. Or could be latency, but no, that's fair enough, man. I mean, the only thing I notice latency on more than anything else is fighting games, and I guess shmups as well. That's if it's very low. Obviously, if it's like a few frames, then you're gonna notice that with everything, man. I remember the first 4K TV I bought a 3D one, and the latency was so bad. Then when Street Fighter 5 came out, and I would try and do a jump-in combo, I'd press to do a late jump in and the kick wouldn't come out until it landed. It was terrible. I actually ended up buying another one after reading what had like one of the lowest latencies. It was a Samsung TV, and I said to my sister, here you go, I'm going to gift you this 3D TV. Gave her the 3D glasses and everything with it. Can't remember, I don't think they were passive, they were like active glasses which required batteries and everything. So she got herself a free TV. It was a great TV to watch stuff on. It was just a terrible TV to game on, man, especially for fighters. Right, I feel like we need to put on something a little bit more entertaining to watch for the last few games. Oh, since we're talking Salamander, let's go Salamander Deluxe Edition. I'm really sorry this has turned into like a shmups stream, but we do like shmups on this channel. You guys like shmups, and loads of you guys are super excited about the upcoming Greatness Collection with the brand new Salamander game that will be coming out soon. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we can have a look at this Salamander collection. Read the Law of One. I have to say, that little Dreamcast kind of logo next to your name, it really does make your messages stand out in everything else. Happy coding, fire up Street Fighter collection and show us your old school moves. Okay, we'll certainly try, man. This old man will try. And I think we may finish on the Street Fighter collection potentially. Let's give this a quick blast. Let's have a look at some Salamander games. Yeah, man. So Jerpface, so is Salamander 3 the new game 100% developed by M2? So it's their game, because I don't know them for their original games. I know them for their porting skills, because like I really like the Shinobi version they've released. I've got it on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's fantastic, and that's really good for anyone that hasn't got it. Pick it up when it goes on sale. It goes on sale on the Switch for like £2 or £3, like really cheap, and it's so worth it. And it's got like a 2-hit mode in there where you're like a white ninja, and you get hit, you turn into like the normal color ninja. Sorry, I'm colorblind, so I never really noticed the colors. But yeah, that really is superb. So M2 do absolutely great ports. I think they've done the Castlevania ports as well, you know, the Advanced Collection. So that's something that I really do like a lot. All right, we're going to go default mode, right? Should we try the Konami code on this, guys? Let's try the Konami code. Okay, so this is the 2D, 3D thing. Okay, nice. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. So this is one where you don't back the power-ups, you just get them. Ooh, okay, that's the special button. Is that a bullet or is that a power-up? Nah, I can't. Is it a power-up? Oh, it is a power-up. Trying to dodge it. Alright, let's go Street Fighter. I'm sucking at this. Let's see. Have I got... Okay, Street Fighter for free. Oh, I've got all the EX games as well. Street Fighter movie. I can't see the collection there. It might be in the other folder, to be honest. Let's have a look. No, I haven't. Okay, so... What we'll do... Let's go back to CHD. Let's put on a Street Fighter game. I kind of do like the 3D ones, man. They're kind of janky fun. Which folder am I in? Okay, I'll go in the wrong folder again. The HD collection. Had more in here. Let's go Street Fighter Alpha 3. Why not? And yeah, we may have time to potentially run another game. Let's have a look. Okay, Night Striker. Okay. Oh, hey. I need to do the reset, right? Let's have a look. I used to play Alpha 3 in the arcade, but not against other people. I used to order a Chinese takeaway from a place called Wonky's. And while I was waiting for it to get ready, I used to go and play Alpha 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 1, which I like Marvel vs. Capcom 1. We'll play, you know what, we're probably going to read the lore. We're probably going to leave that for now. Yeah, we're gonna run one more game after, just for a little bit of eye candy. You can die one hit. Okay, yep. Well, you know, you can do with a sword. So let me go option and hopefully. So oh, okay. Okay. So I want that to be hard punch. I want to be medium kick. Yeah, 4 buttons goes a little bit weird. Okay, so R1, R2 should be medium punch, and I think I'm good. Okay, let's go some Alpha 3, man. Personally, I do actually prefer Alpha 2 or 3. Was that the arcade on Tottenham Court Road? Which one? Yes, so Goodge Street Casino was on Tottenham Court Road, but where I used to play Alpha 3, it was on I think possibly Waldorf Street, where Wonky's was the restaurant, and there was, you know, that big Chinatown street, the paved one. That one there, the paved street, used to on the corner of that, right opposite a restaurant called Wonky's. That's where I used to play that. But yeah, we used to, the one on Tottenham Court Road, very close to Goodge Street Tube Station. It was known as Goodge Street Arcade Casino anyway. But yeah, we used to go there a bit. I used to go there as a kid to play games. Remember when we were kids, you could go into these arcades and they had like the gambling section, they had the gaming section, and some of them wouldn't allow you in the gambling section, some of them would back then. It was a different era back then, right? You could kind of do all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to say, just the art style for Alpha, man, really nailed it. Just looks really good, and it's aged really well. The artwork. Yo, BearOnGuitar in the house. How you doing, buddy, man? I'm doing well. I hope you are well too, man. Whenever I see your name, BearOnGuitar, it reminds me of this story that I read in a magazine years ago called Bear, about a bear on a bicycle. So what happened? There was a guy somewhere in the United States, in an outback town, and he was riding a bike home after work, and all of a sudden he heard a noise behind him, and yeah, he turned around and there was a bear there. A bear then knocked him off the bike, robbed his bike and cycled off. And the guy could not believe this, right? He couldn't believe that he got his bike robbed from a bear, and the bear then jumped on the bike and cycled off, right? So he reported the crime to the police. He said to the police, look, you know, I was cycling, a bear then robbed me. A bear robbed me and stole my bike. And the police are like, this is some crackhead now. You know, this guy's making this up. This surely can't be real, right? And they thought the guy was nuts and they didn't take him seriously. Anyway, here's the little plot twist that happened. There was a circus in town, right? Almost sounds made up, but I read this and it was I think it was in a magazine called Bizarre or something, or maybe one of the FHMs. There's a weird story that was out there, right? And they said, so what happened was in this circus, this bear had escaped, and the trick this bear did was the bear used to ride a bicycle. So naturally, when he was out there and he saw this guy on a bike, he robbed him. He robbed him in order to get the bike, and he robbed the bike and he rode off. So the guy was actually telling the truth, but yeah, the guy was telling the truth and he got jacked by a bear. Now, BearOnGuitar, whenever I see that name, it reminds me of that bear in bike story, but I think that's just the way my memory works. Right, let's kind of run one final game with a good intro. So I guess we'll have to be, oh, here we go, Raiden DX. So this is interesting. So it's likely, hopefully one day we'll get an FPGA core of like the Raiden games. I know there's a lot of people that really like that game. Whenever I talk about Raiden, I always mention that back when I used to do club work and everything on Wardour Street, but not where I used to play Alpha 3 and Marvel, there was another one. It was near Brewer Street, for anyone that knows West End quite well. So it was on Wardour Street, in between Brewer Street and Peter Street. Wow, my memory. There was like a, I can't remember what it was called actually, maybe another casino type thing. And there was a guy in there that used to play Raiden, man. It was like an old Chinese guy. This guy was easily like at the time, like in his 60s, man. He was an old man. He was like, what's that game, that Metro Melee or whatever? He was like one of the characters out there. But man, this guy could smash, absolutely smash Raiden. I mean, I didn't have enough time to watch him complete the game, but I never even used to see him lose a life. The guy was amazing at this game, man. Absolutely, like killer amazing at this Raiden game. So yeah, it was great to watch him play. So hopefully we will get these Raiden cores. And someone like Hotego's a developer that kind of takes on these arcade games, and I like Hotego's work because he's done like the main arcade systems, like the Capcom CPS1, CPS2, a lot of the Taito stuff. He's also working on other heavy hitters, and but he's also recently looked at some, or brought us some niche arcade games like Ninja Gaiden, Tecmo Knight, and Strato Fighter. So hopefully we'll get some stuff from him. You've got Raki as well, known as RCA Victor. They're currently working on like Taito F3, Rainbow Islands, but they're in the middle of studying. So, you know, whenever they release stuff, they'll release stuff. We've got Wicker Wacker out there that's brought us a whole bunch of the IRM cores, IRM72, M92, just to name a few. So we've got some really, really good arcade core developers. What's going to be really interesting is what happens in the future, right? We've got the Replay 2 guys that are very near releasing a board. When they release a board, I'm going to buy a board. I'm going to buy it for the channel, and I'm just going to spend my money on it, and I'm probably going to spend a few £100 getting the board, because I think the target price for the FAT is $600. So whatever price, you know, hopefully I can get a little bit of a discount on it. If I can't, I'll buy it, and I'll probably make like £20 back in ad revenue. So but I really want to get that board, and if Takehidon makes a cheap alternative of the Agilex 5, and that's something that can be kind of brought to market, that would be interesting to see if we can get stuff like Dreamcast on there, some of like the newer arcade games. But guys, I'm going to call it a wrap because I have got stuff to do tomorrow, and I definitely need my beauty sleep because I feel I'm not beautiful enough. So the final shout, if you have enjoyed the video, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit that like button. It kind of helps the video get out there so more people can find out about this awesome project we call the MiSTerFPGA. I want to thank everyone that's tuned in, that spoke, that's watched. It really, really makes live streams entertaining. I much prefer doing live streams to doing videos because you kind of just turn on, you run through everything, and then it is over. And it's a lot of fun because you're engaging with people pretty much live, hence why it's called a live stream. But that's it, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Honestly, be absolutely awesome to each other, guys, man. You guys are awesome. So that is it. PlayStation 1 on the MiSTer FPGA, better than original hardware, lots and lots of options, just look absolutely great, man. So yeah, super duper guys, be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.